One, two, three. Well, good morning. I am coffeeless today. But that's okay. I'll have some tea in a minute or two. But yeah. So I am gonna share with you where I've been and what I've been working on, and yeah, what this next phase of life is starting to look like. So I have taken a nice brief hiatus from music, my own personal music. Let me back that up. My own personal music. And just really have been basking in purpose and calling and, whatever the Lord would have me to do. And so, briefly, I'm going to run it down. Um, Basically, I have been just living my best life. You know, um, my husband and I are living with a relative right now, and it is by force and by choice at the same time because we are trying to move forward and get a home and blah blah blah. And so we're working on these finances, and that's all another conversation in itself. Um, because God gave me a strategy, right? And something that I prayed and asked for. And so because I asked for something, he gave it to me. I asked him what I was missing. He gave me the missing piece. And bada bing, bada bam, bada boom, shared with my husband. Now, mind you, this is something that we were already kind of into, but um, because we are into trading and all that kind of stuff. So he gave me another piece of the puzzle, basically, that we needed to look at. And I shared it with my husband, and we sat down and we talked about it, and whoop de woo. And needless to say, that's the path that we're on right now. But as far as music is concerned, that'll be coming back. I do have a show coming up pretty soon, and so you guys will hear about that. But for the most part, um, yeah, we're good. So I am back stateside because I was out in Germany last holiday season because God sent me out there. That was a long time coming. I haven't been out uh, traveling and touring overseas in a while, and so that's a story in itself. And so there will be another video about that. But yeah, so that's just kind of where I've been and what I've been doing. But I'm gonna say I'm getting ready to wrap some things up a little bit and really start doing a lot more videos. I have to, um, and sharing new music and new life processes. We're gonna be getting into some word. Yes, we will. And that's pretty much about it. So I just want to leave you with this. One of my favorite anchor scriptures that says to is Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. It says, trust in the Lord with all thy heart, lean not unto thine own understanding, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. And that scripture means a lot to me because I am a person that will just go. I will just thought, bam, we're going to do it. We're going to just go, right? But one thing that I've learned in my trusting in the Lord with all my heart and leaning not to my own understanding, that portion, I've learned to bring my thought processes before God and ask Him, is this to ask Him, is this something that I should pursue? Um, and if I don't get any kind of confirmations on it, I'll let it sit and simmer because sometimes it doesn't mean that it's not anything that I shouldn't pursue. It just means it's something that maybe I should not pursue now, right? So we just wait. Um, then when it says to trust in the Lord with all thine heart, lean not into thy own understanding in all thy ways, acknowledge him, right? And so that was the in all of my ways, acknowledge him. And Sometimes I'm right about stuff. Sometimes I'm wrong about stuff. Sometimes I have a bad attitude about stuff. Sometimes I have a great attitude about stuff. Right. But I always keep God at the forefront of, hey, I'm struggling with this, or I'm really excited about this thing. But what you think about it? I mean, am I am I on a hamster wheel right now? What am I doing? You know, and I just talk to God. You leave that door needs to stay open. That's the door that you should never shut. It should never be closed, right? Because He desires relationship with us. The door should always be open. So as long as we're talking to God and we're listening, right, and we're waiting for His response, for His confirmation, for His head nod, for His just hold on. He will let you know, but you got to be open to receiving an answer. It's a two-way. It's a two-way. It's not a one-way. Okay. Um, and He'll direct your path. I mean, that's bottom line of it. You'll know what to do and where to go, or to sit still and do nothing. Even when we get antsy and we want to go and defend ourselves, and we want to go and, hey, I'm doing better now, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and we want to share and show our accolades and all of that. And God may be like, hey, listen, that was a personal win for you. I don't want you to share that with everybody. You can share it with a few. Be quiet. Be quiet. You know, take that win and keep going. But we live in a society that we live in a big tell everybody everything right now kind of society, right? And I understand the good that can come from it, but sometimes it's not time, because maybe you fully haven't processed through the greatness and the lowness, right? So we need to take our time. We're going to use wisdom, and then we're going to move forward on the path that He has laid out, that He has directed. So anyway, that has been my word of wisdom for the day. And I will catch you guys back up later, and we will talk about how it was with me going to Germany for Christmas time. That's the first thing I'm going to tackle. So we'll talk about that. But anywho, peace and blessings, and toodaloo.